Welcome back to Emirates 24/7. This week marked the start of the Middle East and North Africa Economic Forum being held in the Emirate of Sharjah and bringing together leading figures from the East and West.
Indeed, cooperation between Middle Eastern and European governments was a key focus of the forum, which also looked at topics such as rebuilding in Arab Spring nations, as well as challenges of green business and smart water.
Our reporter June Wrigley went down to the forum to find out why Arab Spring nations need Islamic finance more than ever and what specific infrastructure challenges we're facing here in the Middle East.
What I like to call is the next oil interest is water. And many countries are in need within the Middle East of water. And I think it's very important through PPPs, public-private partnerships, for the Middle East to partner with Europe, the US, and also the Far East. And there have been many amazing partnerships that I think we should really pay attention to and give more push for that.
And how can we ensure investors for the infrastructure projects they're working on in the MENA region?
Investors are looking for stability. Investors are looking for investment laws that can really support them in what they're doing. If they are not assured that the laws and the regulations are within their favor, I don't think any investor would be interested in working with any country whatsoever. If I can take the example of Egypt specifically, I was there a couple of months ago for the Britain-Egypt Economic Forum. It was very interesting to see how keen the Egyptian government, the Egyptian business community, to see what were the means and ways of trying to move forward on that level.
And which sectors do you think the MENA region can benefit from European expertise?
I think, in many sectors, and this again varies from one country to another, I think it's very important that we really invest in people, because unless we invest in people, we cannot accomplish our goals and objectives. There's that, there's training. Then if we go within the infrastructure, there's construction, which is an umbrella for so many things. So that, I would say, is very important.
Infrastructure, economic diversification and job creation are some of the key challenges facing the MENA region today. It's clear that in order to meet these challenges, expertise from both the public and private sectors are needed. Financial and technical expertise, especially when it comes to Islamic finance, will also be critical in helping grow the real economy.
ICD has been created in 1999. This is the private sector arm of the Islamic Development Bank. We have 53 member countries, and we have a vision. Our main mission is to create jobs in the private sector. We have a vision by 2020, which is the creation of 1 million jobs. And how we're going to do that? We're going to finance directly some SMEs, small and medium enterprise. We're going to create a lot of leasing company. We're going to create a lot of financial institutions, channels that we call channels, to be able to deploy a lot of capital locally. So we're creating Islamic banks, we're creating mortgage finance, we're creating leasing company, and we're creating also private equity fund. We have just launched one private equity fund in Tunisia, where the main mission is to have capital locally and to invest a lot of small and medium enterprise. For us, it's very important. Countries like Tunisia, these are post-Arab Spring countries. Tunisia, Libya, Jordan, Morocco are very important, as well as Egypt, where we need to deploy a lot of capital right now. This is the country where we see a lot of urgent needs.
And what are the current prospects for the role of private equity?
Today, the mission is SMEs. So we have very strict investment guidelines to make sure that we're going to finance only SMEs. Of course, we're going to finance and invest on greenfield projects, brownfield projects, but we're not going to have any restriction in terms of industry. Of course, we cover only Sharia compliance because we're an Islamic finance institution. So we cover only Sharia compliance businesses and industries.
And what role can Islamic finance play in supporting the regional economy?
We have, on one hand, we have IDB as a multilateral working closely with all the governments to support them on the large infrastructure projects, construction, being able to finance construction, infrastructure, water. So this is on the, let's say, macroeconomic aspect. On the other hand, we have ICD and also the affiliate of IDB, where the mission is to develop the private sector. So jointly with the government, jointly with the private investor, we can work together to implement a lot of financial institutions in order to develop the private sector. So we believe that Islamic finance, because it's finance the real economy, has a vital role to play on this.